PK-3 ECE Credential authorizes teachers to teach in a PK through third grade setting in a general education classroom, either co-teaching or solo teaching with the students with a variety of needs.
It's really a program that you learn how children learn, as well as what children learn. We're learning appropriate ways to teach early literacy, appropriate ways to teach early numeracy, from along that continuum, from when they turn 3 all the way up to age 8.
Currently, the state has not had teachers who've been prepared specifically in a targeted fashion to work with our youngest learners. We have had an early childhood special education credential, but not an early childhood credential. And so our multiple subject credential, which is an all-encompassing credential to work with young people from ages 5 to 20, if they're working in a multiple subject setting, then they would be teaching even adult, older learners. The PK-3 credential is targeted in the age group that it'll serve and in the pedagogies and skill sets that person would bring so that they are truly prepared to work with our youngest and most diverse learners.
To grow early childhood teachers, that's kind of a big concept. We have teachers teaching in child care centers, we have teachers in Head Start, we have teachers in public schools. And yet that definition of teacher means different things, even though they all may be working with young children. So to work in a public school, you are required to have a credential. This is our opportunity to make the workforce that lives in California, that already reflects the children of California, that already speaks the languages of children in California, that now will be the experts about young children in California.
The state's early childhood students, our youngest learners, are probably the most diverse group of young people the state has ever had. They come from different walks of life, lots of students who come from backgrounds of high poverty, different cultural and linguistic backgrounds. 60% of these young people speak a language other than English in the home. And they bring incredible skill sets and assets to the teaching learning environment, and we need to pick up on those and make learning relevant for them.
This age group is very special. The way they learn and the way teacher establish relationship with them. It's not only academics. It also involves social emotional learning, learning in different areas, and also how to interact with teachers, adults, and also other children in the classroom.
Our youngest learners are our future. They're going to be our future leaders, our future teachers, our future educators, business people. They need an equitable, strong early foundation in learning. Currently, certain students, depending on their socioeconomic status, depending on what their address is, may have access to early childhood education and other kids have not. And so my hope for the learner is that they have a strong foundation that gives them a head start in terms of moving forward with their education. For the system, with universal preschool, we will have now within the school system well-prepared teachers who will be able to address the needs of communities and young people who come from diverse backgrounds and who would have a very targeted and specialized knowledge base to draw from and skill set in working with our youngest learners.
This credential comes at a really critical time in California. All children ages 4 are entitled to universal preschool, or TK, or transitional kindergarten. And what that means is every child who is 4 years old has the opportunity to attend a public school and attend a transitional kindergarten classroom.
We really are student focused. We really try to make sure that we are accommodating our students. We want to make sure that all teachers have access. There should be no barrier to get this credential. And there are a lot of amazing individuals out there who would be fabulous teachers, and we want to make sure that they all have access to this opportunity.
We have 22 California state universities that also offer, whether it's a child development, human development, adolescent development, early childhood studies, some type of program that is appropriate for this new PK-3 credential. That means we have the expertise in our state, and our expertise is diverse. They've done research on all sorts of things, from brain development to neurodiverse learners, to multilingual learners, just to name a few areas. So we have capacity to build all of these programs, and we're working as hard as we can to get them up and running as fast as we can. We're working with our partners to leverage each other's expertise and to grow the best possible programs for your children.
Now that we have developed this credential, we surely want to make sure that our school districts are looking for and hiring teachers who will meet the needs of these youngest learners. I believe there's a lot of interest amongst candidates to come into these programs as we start developing them.
My long-term hope is that every school wants to hire every single TK, first grade, kindergarten, third grade, second grade teacher with a PK-3 ECE credential. Because those teachers are going to have the ability to lay this really strong foundation for young children so that children will want to learn, so they'll be able to learn, and they will learn.